MohawkOffroadFab.com.
Our front 24-inch bracket holds 4 pods or a 20-inch light bar. Our 16-inch bracket holds 2 pods. Our rear bracket holds 2 4-inch pods rear facing. Alright, Mohawk Off-Road Fab here. I'm going to show you how to install our rear pod light bracket for the Jeep Cherokee KL platform. Had this bracket installed on my Jeep already. I took it off just to make this video. As you can see, my Jeep's pretty dirty. But this is the bracket. I already have my lights installed on it. I got it kind of taped up right now. It has been used, so it is kind of scratched and tattered. We paint these brackets with multi-coats of good quality primer and a black satin finish paint, multi-coats of that as well. These brackets accommodate just about any pod light on the market, I believe. Kind of designed it that way to accommodate different styles and manufacturers of brackets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to mount this bracket on here, and then you'll be able to install your license plate here. Pretty simple process. Our brackets come with all hardware included. They do not include lights, any of them. We supply the hardware to bolt down here. The OEM license plate bracket bolts go right here. We supply spacers here to prevent damage and also to allow for wiring to be run behind the bracket through the bumper down to wherever you're going to hook it up to. We are going to hook ours up eventually. I've been trying to get this done and haven't been able to get it done. I got front and rear lights to hook up, and I haven't had it done. I have a remote control kit and everything set up, and just haven't had time to do it because I work third shift and I work, sleep, and eat once in a while. Anyway, I'm going to drill a hole, 1/4-inch hole through here to run my wiring through, to run down and ground it, and then I'm going to hook it into my tow package wiring harness eventually, someday. But right now I'm just trying to satisfy customer needs. So I am going to mount this, show you how to do it. Pretty simple, pretty basic. You need basically a 7/16 wrench and a socket and ratchet 7/16, or in my case I use a impact with a 7/16 socket on it. These are the hardware kits that are included. You have your bolt, washer, spacer, washer, nut. 1/4-inch bolt, 1/4-inch nut, 7/16 in size. Pretty simple, pretty basic. It'll come in your kit marked rear or R if you get a double kit, front and rear kit anyway. So I'm going to get started on this and show you the final product. I would like to note that the way this is set up is they come packaged in the order they are to be installed. So you put your bolt and this washer in. The spacer goes behind the bracket, between the bracket and the bumper, and the reason for that is to allow spacing for the wiring to go through. You can run your wiring up or down or however you need to do it, but you drill that 1/4 inch hole to run your wiring through, you'll be fine. What I did is what I'm going to do, I should say, is I'm going to X this out. I'm going to find the center, and I think I'm just going to go about 2 inches below it and drill a hole here in this area to run the wiring through. But anyway, this washer allows for that gap so that wiring isn't getting pinched back there, basically. The bracket, there's no spacers on the top, so the bracket actually sits at kind of an angle, which also allows you for more of a pivot for your lights, etc. The lights can be mounted at any angle. You can put them up, down, right, left. You can turn them sideways if you want, point them out in the trail. Whatever you need to do. That's kind of why we designed this bracket the way we designed it. Okay, I got my bottom bolts in, and the reason I'm showing you this is because you got your washer on the back side. Go ahead and put your spacer on there. Oops, sorry. Go ahead and put your spacer on there like that. It'll help hold your bolts in a little bit and get them lined up. So yeah, you set this up like that with the spacers in there, and you got it all lined up. I recommend putting the bottom ones in first. Snug them up, but don't tighten them up until you get it straight and aligned vertically and horizontally. I would also like to note that the bottom bolts on the bumper here and here will need to be drilled out to a 1/4 inch diameter, because the OEM screws that go in there are a little bit smaller than that. They're designed to be kind of a screw in to fit kind of deal. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for right now, but anyway, these holes, these 2 bottom holes, need to be drilled out. Don't make them too big, but don't make them too small. You know what I'm saying? 1/4 inch is about the right size, and then you need to put your 1/4 inch hole roughly an inch above this plane here. Between these 2 holes, about a half inch to an inch, roughly. All right, so what I did is I marked the line from this hole to that hole, that hole to that hole, found the center, and dropped down inch and a half. Whatever you're liking, I don't know. I drilled a 1/4 inch hole, and that will be where I run the wiring through eventually. I'm going to mount this bracket today, but then I'm going to have to take it back off for like the 3rd time now and wire it up. I don't know. I'm not in a real big hurry to do it, I guess. I'm going to wire mine in as auxiliary backup lights, so when I put my car in reverse, these suckers come on and light shit up, because the backup camera and the backup lights on this vehicle just are not bright enough. If you're on a trail or out wheeling, you need some light in the back when you're back up on the trail. That's for real sure. All right, so I'm going to get this thing set up, mounted, and ready to go. I would also like to add that the way you reach these bolts here on the back side is up through here. The reason we don't supply any bolts or nuts for this top 2 bolts is because you cannot reach that. Only way you could get to that is by completely removing the rear bumper. And we're trying to make this simple, trying to make it easy for you to install our bracket. These will hold as long as they're not stripped out. If they are stripped out, I would suggest going to a little bit bigger diameter bolt size. Bolt or screw, whatever you want to use. Self-tapping. That's the word I was looking for earlier. But these will hold fine. They hold your plate on. They'll hold. These 2 are going to hold the majority of the weight anyway, being that it's on the bottom. Access the back side of these up through here on both sides. It's a little tough to get to, but if you're the bolt out a little bit, put your washer nut on, you'll be fine. Alright, so basically there's your install with pod lights. A dirty Jeep is a happy Jeep. That's what it looks like. You like what you see? You want one? Check out MohawkOffroadFab.com. We also have Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Check us out. Get one. Our instructions for installation are available on our website at MohawkOffroadFab.com. Find the product you purchased and they're right there on that product page. Any questions? Feel free to email, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you got to do to get a hold of us. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Check out our other videos. Keep on Jeeping.